Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Me, Her and Everything Else. I'm so excited to be here. Sorry, I know we've missed a couple episodes, but we're back. So yeah, please be patient. You know, Nigeria is Nigeriaing right now. So everything is just jama. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Me, Her and Everything Else. It's your girl Stephanie Coca, Adirinoku. And today, well, this should be a Valentine's episode. So today we're going to be talking to one of my avid, I would say, supporters. Yes, because she sent me a DM asking to come on the show to talk about love, but how it pertains to people living with disabilities. Morell, how are you doing?
It's finally nice to be here. And the fact that I have to talk about this is much more interesting.
Yay!
And with you, it's super amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I think I'm so happy to be here. And this topic, I mean, it's quite emotional, but also you have to be strong as well.
Yeah.
Because I've been through it, in it, out of it, come back to it. And I feel like it's worse in this part of the world, maybe. And I know that a lot of people out there need me to reach out to them. And I hope like this podcast will be a channel in which person listening to this can think better of it herself.
Yeah.
So basically.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And okay, so let's just jump straight into it. So your disability is to do with your leg. And wait, is it something you were born with?
No, I think it started when I was 3 years old. That's about 27 years now.
Wow, okay.
Yes. So, I mean, I think it was one night. My body was really hot. And my dad came back from work. And usually I would run to meet him and say, oh, welcome. But that day I was just on my bed. And he kept on asking, what's going on? But, my mom's a doctor. So she wasn't available at that time. She was at work. But he didn't know what to do. So when she came back at night, he told her, and she's like, oh, let's just go to the hospital. And that was it. I mean, doctors would always have something to say, polio. And I was unconscious for like months, 6 months or 8 months.
Sorry?
Yes.
Like you were in a coma?
Yes. So my parents were considering, pulling the plug and all of that. But, I came back with this. And since then, it's been back and forth, physiotherapy, back, forth. That's the short story.
Yeah.
But I went through a lot of things, even trying to be here. It could have been worse, but because my parents were quite knowledgeable, so it made it better like this. But yeah, it's been the struggle since then.
What was the diagnosis that the doctor gave?
Polio.
Polio?
Yes.
Wow. And it's interesting now because polio has been eradicated, right? From Nigeria, is it the whole of Africa? I'm not sure.
Not the whole of Africa.
But from Nigeria. Yeah. And it just literally is one vaccine.
Just one vaccine. And that's it. And it changes your life.
Yeah. So I guess it's a vaccine that you didn't get when you were...
Not like I didn't, but I think I didn't react well to it.
Okay.
That's the cause.
Okay.
I think so, yes. I did, but probably my reaction towards it.
Wow. So how has this really impacted your life? Going from you were young, so you didn't really get to experience...
So I feel like my childhood was just rubbed off.
Right.
Because I couldn't do everything every other person could do. So if they're swinging, because I said that when I get married, I must have that childhood memory. There's no way. There's no way. You see me on the swing. There's no way.
On your wedding day?
I don't know. I don't really want to know what anybody thinks, but I'll go back.
Girl, you can do whatever you like.
So I feel like, there were a lot of things kids of my age did, but, I couldn't do it. And I think at some point you would put me in a place and you have to pick me up from there. So I couldn't really do much activities because, it was based on therapy and I still had to go to school. So there are times from school I go to therapy and I start improving. And I started telling myself, I think this word, I'm wonderfully and beautifully made.
Yes, you are.
I think that was what really helped me. So yes, it was been a struggle from primary school. I was always different. If I go somewhere and I come back, they would know me.
Yeah, because you leave your
You cannot
mark.
forget my face. You would know me. And it bothered me. At a very young age, I would always cry. I think
so they would, sorry. I thought you meant like your personality would leave like a mark. But you mean like them looking at you physically?
Yes,
they would
yes.
remember?
And I wouldn't say a lot of people just look at you with pity. Every time. It bothered me while I was young and people would just see you and say, oh, sorry. And you're like, what exactly is wrong? Why are you telling me sorry?
Yeah.
It became a lot more annoying when I entered university, and I'm like, I'm probably better. Probably better, but I understand that. I mean, empathy. People would naturally see you and say sorry, but it was a bit uncomfortable for me because I look at myself, I'm like, am I really a sorry case? So all of those things were just all up in my head, but I think it made me get better at how I handle things or deal with things. Because I mean, back then, from Sunday to Sunday, I would always cry. I'd always tell my parents that, why me? Why couldn't it be another person? Why? I mean, why do I have to go through this struggle? Why? Well, everybody's probably eating. I'm in the hospital every day, Monday, Sunday to Sunday. I'm doing exercises, trying to get better. And even some people would not be your friend because you're...
Do you have siblings?
Yes, I do. I do.
So how is it?
I think that I have the most amazing family. I think that's what built me and shaped me to the confident way I handle things. I think that they never made me feel any type of way. I would say that one thing that made me really happy is my family. I have an amazing family and they're very supportive. And probably because my mom understands. So it was better that if I say, oh, my side is paining me due to, bending, she's able to know, oh, okay, I think if you rest this way, it will get better. I think if you use this, it will get better. So, and I know there are other people that are not that opportune like me.
Yeah.
So it was a lot more easier for me, family, but outside criticisms. And some people even attach it to the fact that, can you get pregnant? I mean...
Oh, that's going really far.
But people,
when you were younger.
People.
But how? Sorry, I really want to know how the older generation were towards you. So like your grandparents and then your extended family, because in Nigeria a lot of the time, people or even children that have disabilities or have things like autism, you don't really see them outside as much. They kind of like want to keep them at home. So like, were there any family members that would, say, oh, maybe we shouldn't invite her to this party? Or did you ever feel ostracized or like excluded?
Family. I think my parents didn't really expose us to family.
Okay.
But I think I grew up being on my own. Yes, I grew up being on my own and it's still, the same thing.
Do you want to be? People. But do you want to be? Is that a choice you made because that's just how you are?
I think the environment made me make that choice. I hated the fact that I would be working and people would be looking at me and saying sorry. And I just didn't want to put myself in that situation. So I'd rather lock myself and just be there. And my parents would be like, let's go out, let's do this. I think it affected me in my relationship as well.
Like a relationship with
yes, my very first.
Girl, we need to talk about that. I'm really interested.
I think it affected me. I think my first relationship was in secondary school.
Okay.
Yes, and though he never asked me about my leg.
He never asked you ever.
He never asked me what happened. He just came and said, I like you. And and every time he would want us to go out, I would be hiding because I'd be like, what would they see? You're dating somebody that's wearing issue support or something. And he's like, I don't mind. And I'm like, people are actually looking at us. People are actually looking at us and he'll be like, I don't really care. But I cared about things like that. I think I had not built my self-esteem so much not to really care about what people think. But I care about things like that. And from that first relationship that I had, I think it built my confidence. And I started talking about disability and how you need to choose yourself and know that this is just physical. There are other people that are going through different things as well, but yours is just more physical.
Yeah. And that's really nice that, you had your first experience with a guy was not one that left you with low self-esteem or confidence.
No, I've had that too.
Did that come afterwards?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Yes,
the demon had to just come and...
Yes, it did.
Because, on a normal day, guys can just be a bit... Sorry, guys that are here. Guys can just be a bit, somehow. So
yeah, and I think Nigerian guys...
Oh, gosh. Are we going down this road of Nigerian...
maybe I should say guys...
It's okay.
Maybe I should say guys generally. I've actually met people that, would block me and tell me that I don't think I want to be your friend. You wear shoe supports. They don't hide it. They'll tell you.
So give me an instance. So you meet someone.
Yeah.
And then...
And they pretend they collect your number and oh yeah, she seems really good. Very pretty. and you share your number, and the next moment, maybe you guys are chatting on WhatsApp, and they're like, I just wanted to be very polite, but I really don't think,
So why did they collect your number?
They're being polite, maybe.
Oh, maybe because you guys were maybe talking and then they thought it was the right thing to do, you know, and
Maybe
not
they're
to
just
hurt your
being polite, being
feelings.
friendly, but they also did not want to tell me face to face that, oh, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So, but then I found myself in one relationship that I think that broke me. And for every time I say, let's hang out, it would usually say, let's go out at night. Just because he didn't really want people to see me with him. Probably wasn't proud of me. And I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. First, I'm a graduate. I have my master's. I'm very smart. I'm beautiful. So I really couldn't figure it out. And he was like, it's not you. It's
But
me.
it's you.
And I'm like, what do you mean by it's not you, it's me? And I think I was in that relationship for about 8 months, but I really don't know what I was doing there.
Yeah, that happens. Don't worry, that happens to the best of us. Like, yeah, you be sitting somewhere and then you wake up and say, what was I doing? For somebody to come and later tell you it's not you, it's me. But really it's you. But really it's them.
But really, I didn't even break up.
You what? You didn't break up with him?
I didn't break. He ghosted me.
Oh, God.
I still didn't even break up. And I think when he ghosted me, I think I cried for about 3 months.
Oh my God. Is it one of those cries that you did not baugh as well? Or it's just you did not cry? You just cried? I'm outing myself here.
I think I had my bath.
Okay, that's good.
But
that's strong.
I had my bath, but I mean, I think that was when I now said, okay, I need to build this confidence. It's it's about me.
Yeah.
And I look good. I now went back.
I love this. Yo, I love this confidence. You know, yes, you look good.
And I went back to I am beautifully and wonderfully made. You can't catch me on fresh. You can never catch me on fresh. I'm always
you're the prize.
I'm always up to it. And I think that's one of the reasons why I decided to make a decision to speak about this. During my master's program, I thoughtfully chose a topic that had to do with emotionally unstable, physically challenged young adults. So I was tasked to go into a secondary school where there were a lot of people with disability. And it was an experimental project, which means that I had to read a book before and after. I gave them a questionnaire before. And it's terrible, especially for the ladies. A lot of them shared their story and how they've been rejected. I think they spoke to me more because I told them my story, and no, it was a sad thing that, I mean, I don't think people look towards people with physical challenge. I think we just have to build, we just have to build our self-esteem ourselves. So I don't know. It's just it.
Yeah, my friend actually gave birth to a child that had a disability. And I didn't even realize the child had a disability until she put it up online. And I spoke to her about it. She doesn't live here. And she was just saying that, thank God, she's so happy she doesn't live in Nigeria, because if she had, raised the boy in Nigeria, he would have been stigmatized. People would just be staring. They'll be calling him certain names. Nigerians tend to create names for people with disabilities. Like they will just give you like a name, especially in Yoruba. They will just tag it a name, and you'll think, is that the actual meaning of the issue that the person has? No, it's just a name that they've come up with, they've conjured up, and it's actually quite insulting. Anyways, now the child actually passed away a couple days ago, and it's just really sad because the fact that she felt like she was already thinking of the future as well, like, oh, how would this child be received in school? And it's just really sad because we all have a lot of work to do, because parents shouldn't have to worry about how their child is going to be received or how the world is going to receive their child that is living with a disability. There's so much we need to teach the young children coming up as well about people living with disabilities. There's nothing, wrong. You don't need to apologize to them, because really, if you apologize to somebody, they'll now start thinking, what's wrong? Imagine just going up to somebody and saying, oh, sorry. Like, sorry, I don't understand. It's my head. Like, sorry, what? That what? Did you beat me?
They say it a whole lot to me. I receive it a whole lot. And I'm sure I will receive it tomorrow as well. It's just not.
When was the last time somebody said sorry?
Maybe yesterday.
No, seriously, like
I'm not
somebody that doesn't
joking.
know
If
you
you
just
find yourself on the road, people will just naturally say
say,
sorry.
"Hey, Agbele."
Hey, exactly. And you're like, what exactly is wrong with me? I don't know. Are you pitying me? And that's one thing I ask. I mean, and for everybody around me, my friends, and yes, I'm in a relationship. I mean,
Valentine's is coming.
so I mean, the first thing I would ask is, please don't pity me. Like, if you want to be around me, do not pity me, because I don't see reasons why you would pity me. And aside the relationship part, even the work part, I mean, there are times I've gone for interviews. I was telling my friend, and they will make it all about your leg. And be like, can you do this? Are you sure you can do this? And I'm like, okay, back then in university, I didn't think any lecturer sat me down to say, okay, because you have a disability, don't write this exam or don't write this test. I mean, the same exam, the same test these people did was the same thing I did. And all you need is my brain, not really my leg. As long as I'm not doing construction work, which I know I wouldn't go.
What do you do?
I'm a digital marketer. I'm actually the marketing manager of my company.
Okay, what's the name of your company?
Cookon. It's a tech firm.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a tech firm. So I'm like, it's my brain that you actually need, not my leg. So what my brain can do, I mean, you need me in your company. But a lot of people will just sit you down and say, so how do you do this? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you? And you're like, I can't do all of these things. I think I have so much energy.
Yeah.
And all you need to do is just, look beyond the leg.
Yeah,
and,
definitely. And I think it's, the education, like the awareness as well. I think it's very important. And I think, by talking about it, people can understand and say, okay, you know what? People with disabilities don't actually like people apologizing to them.
No,
so
I don't.
Let's stop that for one.
I don't think you should go about telling people sorry. I don't think so. Except the person is bleeding. Like, I don't think so. I think it's very wrong. I know that, a lot of old people say it's because the pity is like, why exactly are you pity? Like, I don't know. I don't see people and just say sorry. I think that we should actually eradicate that part of just meeting somebody on wheelchair and the first thing you say is sorry. I think a lot of my friends now remember I have a disability.
Yeah, I've even kind of forgotten. I feel like I just want to ask you about your boyfriend. I'm just like, girl, so tell us.
Okay.
What's his name? Where is he from? What does he do? I'm joking.
Okay, so I'd say that, at some point, it got better with relationships because, I'm bringing a lot to the table.
Yeah, you're bringing the whole table. Girl, you are the table.
I didn't really bother about relationship at some points because I was okay myself. I was doing well work-wise. I was making the money moves. I was looking good. So I didn't really bother. I think at some point I want to be a single mom.
You were thinking you were considering becoming a single mom?
I was like, I want to be a single mom. Like, if man doesn't come, I'll work hard and make money.
Sorry. Has any guy ever asked you any question about that though? Or wondered because you said something about people asking you if you could have a baby? Or
of course.
Has a guy ever asked you any question pertaining to sexual?
Oh, some people even think you can't really have sex well because you have a condition. Be up or you down? Can I?
Yeah, you can't go.
They have this. Do you think it would be interesting? Would it be crazy? Would it be, I don't think. Just don't let us do it. Don't let us do it. So, yeah.
Oh, so wait. So guys have actually been like, oh, let's just not go there.
Of course.
So what are you like?
Okay, we shouldn't.
Is that what you say to them?
Okay, I think you made the best decision.
And then what do they say?
Are you serious? Yeah, Morell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a straight face?
You're actually very right.
Do you say it with a straight face?
Yes.
Because it's like...
You're very right, honestly. I don't think we should never. Don't let's attempt it. I wouldn't beg. Would I beg? No. Never.
Beg for what?
I wouldn't, no. You made a good decision. I would think that way too. And we move on.
And that's the end of the relationship.
I move on to the next person.
Moving on.
I move on to the next person. I won't sulk over it.
Yeah, because honestly, I think people actually have that preconception or that conception or, that, oh, okay, they probably can't, do some fun things in the bedroom and stuff. I mean, even people that have, this disability challenge, sometimes can be very boring. I don't think it's based on that. But it's interesting to know that guys have actually asked you that.
Of course.
Dismissed their
and I'll
ignorance.
keep dismissing actually.
Yeah.
But maybe now I'm not open to dismissing because...
No, because you got a man. So what is it like being in a relationship and, going out? Because this guy is not telling you to go out at night.
I'm even the one saying, I don't want to go out again. He said, let's go out. So it's quite...
How did you guys meet?
Hmm.
Story time.
How did we meet? I think it was a day after my birthday, and I think I was going through a phase that's okay. Now that I'm 30, I want to do friends with benefits, one night stand.
Oh, well, let me be quiet.
Friends with benefit, one night stand. Let's see what it means if somebody with a physical challenge does all of that. It's really weird. It's really weird, but let's see. Let's test the waters, you know. And this one just came and just said, no, that friends benefit will not work. No, whatever your plan is. I made it a day after my birthday, after making that decision that this time around, I gotta be a bad bitch. I would have to be.
But did you say that to yourself out of? Was it like a defense mechanism because maybe you had gone through a bit of hurt and you're just like, you know what, I'm not doing this thing anymore. Let me just YOLO for a while. Or was it just you really wanted to just be a baddie?
No, I actually just want to be a baddie.
Okay.
I actually just want to be a baddie because I think I'm just tired. I'm just tired of everybody pitying you. I'm just tired and I wanted to, take it off my, shelf. Like, I just wanted to take it off. So I wanted to do things. And I've actually been looking towards gymming as well. But I feel like there's nothing I can do. I've gone to the gym. I mean, there's nothing I can actually attempt to do. So I really would like to gym.
Have you asked an instructor, like a
yes,
personal trainer?
But I mean, it's quite hard. It's quite hard. But those are the things that I actually penned down that I wanted to do. Have sex on a random night with a random person.
Have sex on a random night with a random person.
Go to the gym.
That's not on my own bucket list, chat. But okay.
Go to the gym. And so many other things that...
Well, no, please don't stop there. I want to know. I'm interested.
You're interested?
Yeah, I'm a bit nosy. What's the last? Come on, give me one more.
Skydiving.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Yeah.
And I think there was a point in my life I went on hiking and my boss literally called me to say, how dare you go? Because, I mean, my old colleagues went with me and I was like the last boss. I said, never. I would go up there.
Yeah.
I would climb it. It's not because of my leg, I won't climb it. But when I came down, I think I didn't go to work for like 3 days. And every other person went to work, but I didn't go. But I mean, I think my leg was I had to go to the hospital.
Oh, okay.
But I was happy that I did. I said, but I tried. Even if I die trying.
Yeah.
I tried.
I love that.
I tried. Yeah. So yeah, I did.
Yeah, and that's you're not allowing your condition control you.
It took me, I wouldn't lie, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It took me building myself a lot. It wasn't easy. The low self-esteem was there. And it took me actually building myself to realize that, I mean, this won't define you, Morell. It won't define you. You have a lot of potentials out there. And I know that there are people out there that they're still, trying to struggle to come out of this. And I think people do so many annoying things. When you talk about your disability, they feel like you're talking about it too much. But this is a part of me. I have to talk about it. If I want to talk about it 100 times a day, it's either you listen or you don't listen. I think that a lot of people, because I used to talk about it on my Instagram page and I used to have people slide into my DM, but I got a lot busy because of my job, so I stopped. But a lot of people used to slide into my DM and I used to have a lot of stories that, my this, my that. And, they want to talk about it, but they feel like it's not a safe space to talk about it. People just feel like probably you're seeking pity, that people should pity you. And have
you had friends like that as well that maybe feel like, you're looking for attention?
I really don't always talk about it. I mean, because they don't even remember. I don't even make them remember that I have a disability. A lot of them just forget. And the moment I talk about like, oh yeah, Morell, she has a disability. Oh yeah, it's true. She was a short support. Oh yeah, but you went short to club that day. I mean, it doesn't look like, I mean, and I go to clubs and people are like, who is this? I've gone to a club before and somebody walked up to me like, you came? Like, so different from everybody. I'm like, yeah, but I'm here.
That's weird.
Yes, because they wouldn't expect...
That's the word, invasive. I find that...
I don't get angry anymore.
Yeah, like how do you walk up to someone and say you're different?
So it's weird for you to see someone on a wheelchair in club, and I'm always dancing. I'm always there dancing. Like there's no way you would find anybody, you would find me.
When you go to the clubs though, how accessible are these clubs though and everywhere else in Lagos? Because I don't usually see I don't see a lot of just disabled friendly spaces?
Oh, yeah. I think for every restaurant I go to in Lagos, if I find it difficult, I complain.
Good.
I would not go there without, letting them know that, oh, this was really hard. If I'd come alone, so that's why most places you can't really find me going alone. I always have to go with one person just because maybe if I want to climb the stairs that's really high, I wouldn't want to, start disgracing myself.
Okay.
So I'll just always have to go with one person because I always know that there must be hurdles there. You can't just enter a restaurant without having to climb along stairs and all of that. And there's not always easy access for, you to go. So I always have one person follow me places.
And would you say like that's one of the challenges living in Lagos?
Yeah, I'd say that. For me, I don't know. For me, yes. And some maybe buses. I don't take bus. I mean, because of how difficult it would be for me. Climbing is, I think I tried at some point. And people now, when they want to help you, some people even touch your breast. Some people touch. So,
sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you helping you maybe with your hand go all the way up?
It goes up.
This region.
It goes up. Just help me up. It goes up. It goes up. So to avoid all of that, I would just, stick to the safe side of cabs and all of that. But I know that people that may not be able to, stick to that. Or
have you met your boyfriend's parents?
Yeah, not yet. I've met his family, his brothers.
Oh, but how was it meeting them?
If I tell you this story, the day he called me, no, I think we're hanging out together, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna meet my siblings tomorrow."
Like tomorrow, like in 24 hours.
I'm like, I don't get this. Are you joking? I was like, yes. I said, okay, no problem. Me, I've prepared myself. The morning, I said, that I'm coming, that I have to go home, that my period came. And do you know I ran home? I carried my legs. I ran home because I predicted that they'll probably say, this is the person you want to be with. I came home. He kept on calling. It's 10. Where are you? Because I slept over.
Okay.
It's 10 a.m. Where are you? 11, 12. And I called. My best friend was in my house that time. And I told her that I'm supposed to meet his family, his brothers today, but I don't think I can because I'm not even mentally okay to do. I have a lot of work on my neck. I don't even want to have to cry or have to lose this one that I have. I don't want any family issue. I just want a peaceful life. I mean, if it's a dream that this person treats me, let us just be dreaming. We don't have to meet each other's family here. Let's just be dreaming. And she's like, no, go. I said, go. Where? I die in my house. I'm not going anywhere. But when he called me, he was not angry that I need you to meet my family. This, I said, I think it's time for me to go. Let me go and face the demon. And don't be surprised if I abuse all of them there and come back. Not my business. So I dressed up, looking hot, did makeup, went there. When I got in, I was like, he's very angry. Is this? I said, you will sit down and let us meet these people. So when we started, I was like, what are you doing? I said, do you want me to go? I'm here. The queen is here. He said, you are ready. Oh,
the queen, come on.
He now said, okay, they are coming. So when he came, one of his brothers, two of his brothers are doctors. So I think it's quite easy because they actually, understood.
Yeah.
So when they came in, they saw me. I mean, the first one like, oh, he's a sports. And I'm like, yeah. But it was smooth. It was so smooth. And we've had a couple of dates together, me, him, and them. And it's been simply amazing. I think 3 or 4 months into our relationship, he actually asked to see my parents. And he went ahead, he has seen them. And we've been good since then. We've been good since then. And, when I told him I was coming here and discussing, love, he said, so people, I know you told me, but it's serious. People say no to people with disability.
Sorry, I love him already. Please, I'm in love with you. His mentality.
So different.
Yeah. And the fact that, he then that's the thing, he doesn't see anything but you.
Yes, I think I was telling my friend that.
And he's fully Nigerian, right?
Yes, there's some things that he does. Like he wears my clothes for me if I'm on neighbor. He wears my shoe support for me in the morning. I'm even sometimes are you serious? I've not seen this kind of love. Maybe I'm just exposed, but I'm enjoying it.
Please, you know when you blew out your candle on your cake, like, did you wish for? This is what you wished for.
No, I don't think
Did
so.
not. Are you sure? Can tell me.
It just happened
It just
actually.
happened.
It just
But
happened,
it's
and I'm
beautiful.
still like, I still wake up in the morning. I'm like, are you serious?
I think even my producer is jealous because the way she's just like, oh, enjoy it. Oh, does he have a brother? Oh, he does. Does he have a single brother we can give her? Because
So I just feel like, I mean, this is one person. I'm sure there are many of them out there. And you should not say that because you have a disability, you can't find love. Yeah, there are some really, really stupid people out there.
Very stupid.
I've met a lot of stupid people, but I've also met one person that is nice. And I feel like anybody can as well. Yeah, even people that are beautiful, men leave them. So... men leave them. So I feel like it is not just...
I think they cheated on my sister. Fiance once. I don't know. Nobody is above breakfast.
Yeah, so I feel like you if you have a physical condition, you're on a wheelchair, get out there. I mean, build up your self-esteem, your personality.
I wonder, some like if this runs through people's heads, I'm sure it does. Does this go through your head though? Do you ever feel like, oh, one day they'll throw it back in your face, like and say, oh, like maybe, oh, you know me, that I've been helping you, like I've been managing. Has anyone ever said anything like that to you? And does that thought cross your mind? Because I've had that happen to a friend that has an illness, and she got married to a person, and then now they've thrown it back in her face, like, oh, has that ever crossed your mind?
I don't give people that much power in my life.
Gosh, this energy.
So I don't really...
You need to sell this energy, like bottle it and just be selling it online.
Yeah, so I don't think that anybody will have that. No, I don't give people that much power in my life. So I'm one woman poor. I built myself that way to be very independent. I'll do things myself. I mean, the only reason why I wouldn't do it is because I've tried. I won't do it. But nobody has that so much power. Even in my relationship, there are things that I wouldn't accept. I'll do it myself. I'm not a vegetable, so I can do that. When I said I was coming to Lagos, I mean, my parents were like, how will you take this bus alone? How will you do this?
How old were you?
I was probably like, I was maybe 21.
Okay.
So I was like, no, but then I had not started living that kind of life. It was more of, because of the kind of family I'm from, like I was shielded from a lot of things. There are things that I didn't go through because, I mean, just felt like I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
They just felt like I couldn't do it. But, because of I could do it, that's why I'm here right now.
Yeah.
If I was still saying I couldn't do it, I'd probably be in my parents' place and, they're still saying, let's just take care of her, let's just this. So, I mean, I can. And I did. So I know that you can and you can do it. It's just for you to get yourself to that space and take milestones, take difficult, it was difficult. It was difficult. There were times that I'd cry alone, but I won't tell my parents. I won't. I came to Lagos. I struggled on my own. I took public transport from Ajah to Lekki every day. I would come back with pains, but I knew that I was doing it for a cause. But now I'd say like I'm in a good place. And all those struggles, they were worth it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wow. This was so insightful and inspiring. Do you have like any messages to anyone living with any challenge or physical challenge? Or?
I think that everybody's situation is different. Mine is different. But I'd say that building a great personality would open doors for you. And do not depend on your disability. Do not sulk. Do not stay home and you're like, I can't do these certain things because I have this. Try it. Go out there. Get it. I mean, people are getting it, so you can do it as well. Don't let anybody let you feel a certain type of way. You're worth it. Even with guys, you're worth it. You're beautiful and wonderfully made. So yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Morell. Thank you so much for coming on. Woo. Okay. So guys, you want to follow Morell? What's your Instagram?
At Morell_sweet.
Okay, nice. So once again, thank you so much. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And yeah, happy Valentine's. Morell's gonna be well. She's booed up, so I hope you have a boo. If you don't have a boo, well, sorry for you.
I'm so
it's
sorry.
okay. Hug pillow. You can, if you have cash, at least you have cash. You can hug somebody. Guys, I'll see you next week on another episode of Me, Her, and Everything Else. Bye.